नमस्ते फ्रेंड, आप सभी का एक बार फिर से वेलकम। और फोरम ऑफ बैंक पेंशन एक्टिविस्ट के श्री जीएन शुक्ला जी ने लिखा, टू ऑल वर्किंग एंड द रिटायर्ड, ऑल लायर्स नो व्हाट दे हैव टू से इन ए केस बिफोर द कोर्ट, बट वेरी फ्यू नो व्हाट दे हैव नॉट टू से. Similarly, every pensioner knows what to say in pension revision context, but only a few know what not to say. We keep reading irrelevant comments from working, obligatory unions as well as pensioner groups and activists regarding pension issues. The comments revolve around having a lot of money in pension funds to meet financial burden in case of revision. Although pensioners have nothing to do with lot of money or no money hypothesis, yet to divert the attention from core issue of the pension revision, the biggest unions are seen crying for money. Looking at their lamentation, it seems as if the pension revision is going to happen from the assets of their forefathers. The retired unions are also victims of the distraction. They have been burning the midnight oil to prove that the existing pension fund corpus can bear the financial burden of pension revision on the RBI lines. Banks will not need to provide additional funding. If they are asked what pensioners have the business with the pension trust, its funds, management, investments, investment losses, ownership, etc., they have no logical answer except hollow answer like the pension funds are the property of pensioners, pension revision is their fundamental right, there is a suspicion of misuse of pension fund, etc. All these narratives have nothing to do with the pensioners. Pensioners know they are recipient of the pension as per the agreement regulations. Pension is pensioners' property, but pension funds are the property of pension trusts. Banks constituted pension trust. Banks are lawfully bound to maintain financial viability, and they are doing it unfallingly. Trust funds would how be spent, it is eloquently written in regulations. Banks, despite being owner of the pension trust, they cannot withdraw 1 rupee from it. Fundamental rights are enshrined in the Constitution, neither in pension agreement nor in regulations. Pensioners is a very small one. It's written in agreement, regulations, but not complied with. In pension agreement, it is emphatically written that all the terms and conditions, including pension updation, shall be on RBI line. In RBI revision had been done with 31st October 17, which is not being done in other banks. Before the pension scheme came into existence, the fifth way settlement had been concluded, which came into effect from 1st November 87. Since the pension came into effect from 1st January 86, pension of pensioner of 1st January 86 to 31st October 87 period was updated under Regulation 35(1). This had happened in RBI also. Look to the legal aspects. Pension revision is a contractual and regulatory obligation of the banks which they must fulfill at all cost. If pay revision can take place every 5 years in the compliance with contractual and statutory obligations, why cannot pension updation take place in compliance with the similar contractual and the regulatory obligations? Is pension revision more expensive than salary revision? Whose responsibility is it to keep pension funds serviceable? Who provides additional funding to pension funds according to the actuarial reports? Banks cannot run away from their contractual and the regulatory obligations by giving hoax of the shortage of funds. It is unfortunate that the unions are standing with management and IBA against pension revision. AIBRF and the AIB PRSC pensers outfits are hand in glove with the AIBA and AIBOC respectively. None of them are seen in court cases where management and IB are given free passage to crush pensioner issues. IB did not mention the lack of funds in its affidavit in the Supreme Court because it knew that the court would not listen to its nonsense. But the unions are terrorizing the pensioners by telling them to worry about maintaining the pension and forget about the pension revision. Bank employees have been intimidated and taken hostage under alleged threats of the privatization of the banks. This is moral suicide of the bank employees by their unions so that people do not revolt against their misleads. Privatization is a fake story. This is comment by the Sri J.N. Shukla, National Convener. Thank you friends. Namaskar.